How dare you? I've never been so insulted in my life.
Long before he was the face of one of Marvel's biggest franchises, Tom Holland was just a kid from Kingston who could dance, do flips, and somehow ended up seconds playing Spider-Man. He's known to be one of the most genuinely funny people in modern Hollywood in a way that feels completely accidental, and it usually starts the moment a camera turns on and he forgets it's there.
On Spider-Man 3, I was upside down all day for 11 hours. You know, being Spider-Man has changed my life, but I'm absolutely going to complain about this day. And my brother Harry's like, mate, you're Spider-Man, suck it up and get on with it, you'll be fine. Hi Harry, we've cast Harry, he's on set. Harry's upside down, swinging back and forward, and bless, he's got these lines and he's starting to forget his lines and his eyes are out, they're going to pop out of his head. We saw the film the other day and they've cut the scene.
Tom recounts his viral moment from the In the Heart of the Sea press tour, where he mispronounced croissant as quaxon. Fans now ask him to repeat it everywhere he goes.
My fans were like, Tom Holland can't say croissant, he says quax. And every fan I meet, they take a video, they're like, hey man, can you say quaxon? I'm like, quaxon.
Tom describes a production assistant knocking on his trailer to invite him to downtown. Robert Downey Jr.'s small village said he had on location. Tom completely misunderstands and refuses the invitation multiple times.
How many of you were at, who was at the funeral?
I was at the funeral. This is how bad it is for me. I was told it was a wedding. I showed up to the wedding.
Very somber wedding.
Cover your ears. And I was like, where's Robert?
Tom describes a production assistant knocking on his trailer to invite him to downtown. Robert Downey Jr.'s small village said he had on location. Tom completely misunderstands and refuses the invitation multiple times.
I had a knock on the door and I opened the door to one of the ADs and she said, do you want to have dinner at Downeytown? I was like, no, I'm fine, thanks. I don't want to go to town. I'm okay in my trailer. She said, no, Downeytown. I was like, no, I don't want to go to town. I'm perfectly happy here in my trailer. She's like, no, Robert's little village that he has.
Tom tells the story of how he used to ask his best friend Harrison to do his homework, claiming Tom was busy with acting work, then handing it in first to make sure Harrison got caught for copying.
That's what I used to do with my best friend Harrison. I used to be like, mate, can I copy your homework? Because I've been working, I didn't have time to do it. And I would just make sure I'd hand it in before him.
You didn't even try and change?
And he got in trouble because the teacher was like, Tom is working so hard outside of school and you're copying his homework? How can you be doing this? And yeah.
You lowlife.
That's not low, that's clever.
Tom describes pitching Marvel the idea of attending an American high school undercover for research. Marvel signed off. He told a fellow student he was Spider-Man during a real conversation. She did not believe him.
Wouldn't it be funny if I went to an American high school undercover to see what it would be like to be an American high schooler? And Marvel were like, that's amazing, let's set it up. So, and she's like, hey man, what's your deal? How are you here? I was like, well, let me tell you my secret. I'm actually Spider-Man. She's like, dude, you're fucking nuts, bro.
Knowing how Marvel feels about Tom Holland's improvising, you can imagine the panic on set when he started adding his own stunts to scripted scenes. But that's exactly what happened during a Spider-Man shoot. And the directors ended up loving it so much they kept asking for more.
And at the beginning of the scene, it says Spider-Man flips in a frame. And I was like, guys, do you want me to do a flip? And then, no, it's fine, just start on the mark. And I knew I should do it, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just do it anyway. Yeah. So I did the flip, landed, did the scene.
Considering Tom Holland is the guy currently wearing the Spidey suit, it looks like his acrobatic skills paid off.
Finally, here we go.
I think the best piece of advice that Michael gave me was about my character, and I, as an actor, was really adamant about trying to ground Peter's powers in reality and make them realistic. And that's exactly what he did for Marissa Tomei has just arrived, and that's what he did.
During a fun Hollywood conversation, Chris Hemsworth asked Tom Holland a simple but interesting question. Who is your favorite actor?
Tom, who's your favorite actor in the whole world? You can say.
Liam Hemsworth is up there, man. He's great.
He's great.
In Hunger Games,
yeah.
He's really good.
Any other Hemsworths?
Luke Hemsworth's also
yeah.
super talented.
Yeah.
Super
and
talented.
And if you had to have one more Hemsworth, would there be?
I think.
Would it start with a C?
India Hemsworth has potential. She's Tory, as long as it's located on another dog's butt. Oh. I know, it's killing me.
But the godfather of Marvel wasn't the only co-star making Tom's life difficult. Because back in 2021, when Spider-Man No Way Home was rolling out, Tom was forced to do most of his press from his living room. And Zanaya, who is now his fiancée, decided that was the perfect opportunity to humble him on national television.
I hear that you've gotten very comfortable doing virtual press.
Yes.
Well, maybe a little too... You posted this photo recently of your virtual press look.
Let's have a look. Teenager, I haven't grown hair on my legs yet. Here, look, I'll just give you a little glance.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Tom describes the gym session with Jake, being asked to warm up after he was already roasted, and escalating the treadmill incline 3 times, couldn't walk afterward.
So anyway, so we go to the gym, we start working out, we're doing ab exercises and leg exercises, and then he turns to me and he goes, Tom, do you want to hop on the treadmill and warm up?
The truth is, Tom Holland was never supposed to be the one telling these stories, because back in 2015, when Marvel finally announced who their new Spider-Man was going to be, Tom didn't get a phone call. He found out the same way the rest of the world did.
How did you find out you got this role?
I basically had been auditioning for about 5 months. After my final audition, they said, you'll find out tomorrow. Fast forward 6 weeks, I was still waiting, and one day Marvel just posted, go to our website to find out who the new Spider-Man is. And that's it. I just found out online. They didn't call me up or anything. So I ran downstairs, I was going ballistic. My poor dog Tessa was terrified. And my brother Harry was like, dude, they've probably been hacked, bro.
He's also surprisingly easy to scare for someone who hangs off the side of buildings for a living, although the things that scare him aren't quite what you'd expect.
And it takes a lot to kind of shake me. Like I'm a little thick-skinned when it comes to being scared by stuff. Playing music.
But maybe the most impressive thing about Tom Holland isn't his sense of humor or his stunts. It's that, despite his famous inability to keep a secret, she somehow held on to every single Avengers Endgame spoiler for an entire year.
This is the greatest thing that's ever happened to me, man. My face feels so good. I don't know. I was not supposed to say that line.